Okay, so today I have in front of me the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5G. Now I'm gonna be honest with you people, I don't review too many cell phones. It's not because I don't want to, it's because right now my YouTube channel is not big enough. I don't get companies reaching out to me and say, hey, can you review this cell phone for me? And then also I think I kind of painted myself into a corner by reviewing a lot of headphones and speakers and stuff like that companies just don't check for my channel when it comes to reviewing cell phones. So I went out and I did purchase this with my own money. So no, Samsung did not send this to me for review, but I'm kind of hyped about this. You know, this is kind of like my first sort of flagship phone outside of an iPhone. And I'm going to get into this right now and tell you everything about this phone and how I feel about this phone.
I see some love. It's love day. I'm showing people love out here on the court.
What's going on YouTube, nigga? Let's hear with Tech Love TV, where we'll discriminate and we believe all tech deserves some love. As you can see, unboxing, lift this sleeve up. You do have flip right underneath here, so you get some literature inside this lid. You have your SIM card remover tool right here. You have a quick reference guide. I'll be getting to that in a little bit. And then on top it says the future changes shape, meet your Galaxy Z Flip. And it also gives you some Samsung literature right there. And here's the phone right here. Now this does come in two different colors. You have this Mystic Gray and then also a Mystic Bronze. I got the Mystic Gray because I just honestly think it looks better than the Mystic Bronze, and it does have a matte finish as opposed to, I believe, the original Z Flip, which was a shinier finish. So this is not so much of a fingerprint magnet. You get your charging brick, you get your charging cable, and that's it. You don't get any earbuds with this. You don't get anything else significant with this. That's pretty much it. Charging brick, charging cable, phone, literature, everything that comes inside of this box. Let's go ahead and pull this wrapping off. Kind of feel like I'm cheating on my iPhone. You know, I'm a tech reviewer. It's part of the job, people. This is really, really nice. I do like this. You have a smaller screen on the back side, so when it's closed, you do get your notifications. This is my first folding Samsung phone, so I am really impressed. I haven't even been to like the Best Buy to do a hands-on to touch any other of the folding devices. This is my first one that I actually had in person. The hinge seems pretty nice. It seems like they cleaned up everything from previous generations of folding devices, and I know that there are other Samsung devices out there probably newer than this one. And you know what? Since this is my first time with this phone and I want to do you guys justice, I am going to pause this video, spend about a day with this phone, come back and give you my full review on this phone.
1 week later.
Okay, so and I'm back, people. It's been about a week since I filmed that intro. The first thing I noticed is all the customization options when it comes to this Samsung Z Flip 5G. And I understand why people stay with Android over iPhone. It's just because you're able to do a lot more different customization options, make this phone truly yours and not stuck inside of iOS and the customization options lack thereof in iOS. So, I mean, I'm not mad at that. My personal opinion, I will always have an iPhone simply because a lot of things in my house are in that Apple ecosystem and I just invested too much and I'm not going to make a full switch over to all Samsung devices for that to work. As I go around this phone right here, I do like this cover display right here. If you double tap it, it wakes it up. You can actually see the time. You can get different notifications depending on what apps you do have loaded, and if you click on that notification, it'll tell you to open it up in your phone. And so, I mean, I do like that feature that they actually put that on here. And to be honest with you, I think that more phones, even if it's not a flip or folding phone, should probably have like a mini display screen on the back side or whatever so that you can have your thing facing down and just get notifications without going in your phone. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I do like that. You also have your rear facing camera, which this is a 12 megapixel rear facing camera. I know it's not like a Samsung flagship camera, but it gets the job done for your average phone user. So you got wide and ultra wide, and next to it, you do have your flash as well. On the right side, as you're looking at it, you have your fingerprint scanner, which using this phone over the past week made me realize how much I actually missed the fingerprint scanner. And the fingerprint scanner on this phone has multiple functions, which can be set up in the settings with different customization options. You can use it to activate Bixby. Also, it is the power button as well. It works fairly fast. Just like that, cut it off. Very fast. I do have facial recognition set up on here, but I just find myself using the fingerprint scanner more often. So if I swipe down on this side button right here, I can pull the menu down. And that's something that I had to get used to because I would just touch it accidentally when I'm doing something on the phone and the menu would actually pop up. And above that, you do have your volume rocker. On the bottom side, I guess it's the bottom and the top side right here as it's closed. You have a USB Type-C charging port. It looks like you have a couple mic holes. You have your speaker at the bottom. There is only one speaker that I noticed on this phone. And then on the left side as well, you have your SIM card tray. Now this is 256 gig internal storage, no expandable storage. And so don't expect to find expandable storage in conjunction with this SIM card tray right here. So that's fine. I'm cool with that. And one thing I did notice, if you're thinking about getting this phone, if you have this phone, do not open your phone with just your finger like this, especially if you have fingernails. And I don't have long fingernails at all, so I think it could happen to anybody. But I was opening the phone like this, and what I did notice is that the protection screen on here, my fingernail was kind of putting dents in that protection screen. If you have OCD like me, that's something that does bother you. So once I saw that, every single time I'm opening the phone just like this. So this screen right here is a 6.7-inch AMOLED Infinity Flex display. That's what they name it. It's a very nice screen. You can still see where the screen actually folds. I heard people talking about that gets to them, that bothers them. It doesn't bother me. I mean, when I'm having the phone open like this and I'm just looking at it, I actually just don't notice it when the screen is on. Only when it goes black can I see it. But I mean, different strokes for different folks. If that's something that will bother you, then this phone just might not be for you. You also have your 10 megapixel front facing camera. This does have a 33 milliamp hour battery in here, so you'll get pretty good battery life with this. It also has the Snapdragon 865 chip in here, and then also 8 gigs of RAM. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's been a while since I've actually had an Android phone. Damn, it might have been, let me see. It might have been like the second generation Note or something like that. That's how long it's been. I know it's been a few years, so I've been out of that realm for a while now. But when I did have that phone, I did not like how laggy the screen motion was and everything. And so using this phone right here, all of it's gone away, and I can just assume it's probably been like that for a couple of years now. And then all their newer phones coming out, they've really made significant progress with that. But I've been out of that world, so go ahead and blast me in the comments if you feel like I'm just late to the party. That's cool. As you can see right here, just the menu alone at the top, this is where you have your wireless power share. You have different things on here like the flashlight. I know that Apple does all that as well. You also have another section over here, your screen record, music share, Dolby Atmos, dark mode, Samsung Kids. So many customizations and just from here. And then you also can get to the settings quickly right there. It's just amazing. Just the different things that I've noticed on this phone that Apple just doesn't have. Like I said before, it's like a breath of fresh air to see that Samsung is so innovative and so forward thinking when it comes to their phones and everything. I'm wondering myself why I haven't made the switch, but like I told you before, I'm going to stick with the iPhone and just have both phones at the same time. That's just me. And like I said earlier, as you can see how fluid the screen is, there's no lag or anything. I didn't notice any type of lag. Now let's talk about the camera. Like I said before, the rear-facing camera is the 12 megapixel camera. The front-facing camera is your 10 megapixel camera. So if I open up the camera app right here, as you can see, it does have different zoom modes. At the bottom of the preset, you have a half-time zoom, 1, 2, 4, and 8. Another thing that I like is that you can actually get to your settings right here that goes to your camera. You have your different options inside of this menu right here. You have your rear video screen size for video, and you can pick your different aspect ratios. You can pick your resolution. And one thing I did notice with the resolution is that if I have it on the highest quality at the bottom, it says the selected resolution doesn't support tracking, autofocus, video effects, and video stabilization. If I go down to the second one right here, all of that goes away, so it does support all of that. And as you go up to the next one, it says doesn't support tracking, autofocus, and video effect. In the top resolution one, it says and stabilization. I'm cool with that. That bothers me none whatsoever. You also have your pro video size options in here, and then just all these different settings inside of here that you can just use. I mean, it's just amazing, just the difference, all the customization options, like I said before, that you can do inside of this phone. Oh yeah, and then another thing I noticed, to be able to use this cover display right here, what you want to do is at the top, you will see that there's an on and off button right here. And it took me a while to find it. And if you click on that, it will turn it on. Oh, cover screen preview. So it says cover screen preview is on. And as you can see, the display actually comes up right here. I am using the back facing camera, but it does have this little screen on the front side so that you can see yourself to make sure that you're in frame. I know it's not the biggest and it's not capturing every single thing that's around me, but your main subject will still be in frame if you do decide to use this, which is a nice touch. And I think that a lot of other phones probably should have this on their devices. Even the iPhone, I ain't even going front. The iPhone probably should have something like this, but maybe when they come out with their flip phone a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, maybe they'll have it on there. But for now, this is what we're working with on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5G. One thing I did forget to mention about the camera is that they really utilize the flip with this. So if you have it like this and then you flip it halfway closed, your screen will go down and then your buttons will adjust to the bottom right here so that you can just have it sitting on your desk or wherever like this to get a more stable shot. And you have your buttons at the bottom so you can mess around with it and everything. So I mean, I really do like that Samsung really had that feature, and I can only see that feature getting better over time. The main thing that I love about this phone, as you can see on this right side, there is a tab that's sticking out. That is your edge display. So if you move that over at the top, it'll give you the 4 latest apps that will open up, and at the bottom, you can set your favorites right here. And so you can combine apps to have them open up at the same time, which is very dope. And you don't even need a flip phone to do this. iPhone could do this with the real estate they have on their phone, but they just don't. I don't know why. They just recently iOS 14 picture-in-picture, which these Android phones have had for years, I believe. And so what I did, I combined YouTube and Twitter right here. So as you can see, as I open this up, you do have, shout out to Casey Neistat, got his shirt, got his sweater on. Didn't mean for that to show up, but I am a huge fan of Casey Neistat. As you can see, I got YouTube up here. I can be watching a YouTube video, and at the bottom, I can scroll and be on Twitter at the same time, which is pretty dope. And then if you fold it like this, you can set it down and be working on looking at Twitter, scrolling through your Twitter feed right here, and then still have YouTube videos going on up at the top. So I have that set up. And then another one I do have as well is Disney and Facebook. Not all apps work inside of here. Like I tried to do Instagram and Netflix, but Instagram you cannot use it on here. I wish they could, but it's just not an option right now. But I think, to me, that is the most fascinating feature on this phone. And it's really basic if you think about it. Other phones have the ability to do it. It's just going there and just getting it done inside of the software. So, but I do like that feature. I haven't had that feature. I've seen that feature done, but having it actually in my hands to be able to use it on a daily basis is just really, really dope. Okay, so now let's test out the speaker. Now the speaker is probably not the best on here, but it gets the job done. So let me see, was I playing something? Okay, so here we go. This is not all the way up. I'm going to turn this all the way up so you can hear it. Microphone is right here. Now that's max volume. I mean, it probably could be a little bit better, but it does get the job done, so I'm not mad at that at all. Like I said before, probably later on down the line, when they come up with the next version of this phone, it'll probably get a little bit better, more of a surround sound feel. Maybe they might add another speaker at the top or use the actual earpiece in conjunction with another speaker. But for right now, as it is, it gets the job done, and I'm cool with that. And another thing that I did want to show you guys is that this phone is powerful enough so that I can actually run Call of Duty on here. I know my last Android phone video was not a flagship phone by any stretch of imagination, but with this, you're able to play Call of Duty. So let me just show you the gameplay. It's very fluid. There's no issues whatsoever. Everything works just fine. There's no lag or anything on here. This phone is powerful enough to run this game right here. So I have no doubt that it's powerful enough to run any mobile game that you might want to play. So, I mean, that's pretty dope as well. If you want to do PUBG or Fortnite or something like that, you're able to get it done on here with no issues whatsoever. So. And that's the game, people. And so yeah, that's it. That is, I mean, I know I didn't go too in depth. I just touched on the things that I like about this phone. I am impressed by this phone. I know I haven't been reviewing a lot of Android phones. You don't come to this channel to get phone reviews. I mostly do earbuds, headphones, speakers, chargers, batteries, stuff like that. But I'm going to start doing mobile devices simply because it just broadened my horizon on what various companies are doing inside the cell phone game. Shout out to Unbox Therapy, Mr. Who's the Boss, I Justine, MKBHD, Your Average Consumer. They all hit all the big cell phones. Super Saf. They hit all the big cell phones, and hopefully, oh yeah, Flossie Carter too. They hit all the big cell phones, and hopefully I want to be in their shoes one day, just getting cell phones coming in day by day and having to review different cell phones. I don't know. That's where my vision for this channel is going. And so yeah, people, that is my review of this Samsung Z Flip 5G. Maybe not really a review, more of I was talking about the things that I like about this phone and some things that this can do. So it's a review / what I like about this phone. So as always, if this is your first time here, you found any value in this video whatsoever, go ahead and smash the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notification on when I drop my latest tech video. As always, thanks for stopping by the Tech Love channel. My name is Nicholas, and I'm out. Peace.